Hello everyone! Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat, mga nanonood ngayon sa aking YouTube channel and Facebook fan page. Ako po si MJ Felipe and thank you so much for joining us sa another week of conversation with some of the Miss World Philippines candidates. Alam nyo, like I think 2 weeks ago, I had so much fun chatting with the girls, and ang nakakatuwa talaga doon is I got to parang got some information about the girls na hindi ko pa alam prior to our conversation. So, nakakatuwa. Yun naman talaga yung objective ng aking YouTube live and Facebook live stream, is just to get to know the girls, because if this is your first time joining, maraming salamat sa mga nakatutok na ngayon sa aming live stream. A month ago, I was in Miss Universe in Florida, and ang magandang experience na napansin ko doon, the fans, the international pageant fans, were so invested, hindi lang dun sa mga representatives ng countries nila, kundi pati dun sa mga ibang candidates. And one of the reasons why is kasi familiar sila doon sa mga candidates na yon. And alam nila, kilala nila, yun nga, they're very, very familiar. Kaya sabi ko, why not do it also sa mga Miss World candidates natin, Miss World Philippines candidates natin. And last week or 2 weeks ago, natapos ko na yung 20. Ang dami, no? 20 na yon, 20 candidates. And this week, we're gonna have 25. So from Monday to Friday, every 1 p.m. Manila time, meron tayong makakausap na 5 Miss World Philippines candidates. And for tonight, we're gonna be chatting with Lea, Ria, Janelle, Pauline, and Joy. Sila yung ating makikilala na mga candidates tonight. In the meantime, I want to invite everybody to please don't be shy to post your comments and share this stream, no? I-share nyo na tong stream na to sa inyong mga friends, sa inyong mga iba pang pageant fans, and para mas maraming pageant fans yung makapanood sa ating conversation ngayong hapon. And kung meron kayong gustong sabihin, just post it on the comment section. Nababasa ko yan. Kaya mamaya, we'll have some time for that. Okay, so for those na first time lang makapanood ng conversations natin with the girls, there will be 2 parts. The first part is getting to know them. So they're just gonna be sharing anything and everything about themselves, no? Anything under the sun talaga. Walang kahit nakakatawa, nakakakilig, nakakalungkot, nakakatouch, kahit ano pa yan. The second part is the Q&A. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna ask yung mga girls ng 1 question each. And doon sa mga nakaraang episodes, meron tayong laging topic every night, no? Every episode. Merong social media, merong beauty pageants, merong women empowerment, gender equality, global world problems or world issues, or in the news. But for tonight, it's just gonna be random topics. So anything under the sun ang itatanong natin sa ating mga girls. But I'm sure naman ready na sila dyan. Kaya simulan na natin ang ating conversation. We'll start off with this pretty lady na nakakatuwa kasi nakahanap siya ng paraan to join us in her car. Please welcome Lea Macapagal. Hi, Lea.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello, Sir MJ. Thank you so much for inviting me. I think everyone is wondering why I'm here inside my car. I'm at my work because it's Monday, so I just skipped from work. So, but I'm really, really excited for this. This will serve as my first interview as Miss World Philippines candidate. So I'm just gonna be chilling here in my car, and for all those people watching, you can ask anything you want under the sun.
Wow.
Yeah, just ask anything about me. Don't be shy. I'll ask that question, whatever it takes. Wag lang math or science, ha?
Wag lang daw math or science.
No, just kidding. Just kidding. Hi, Sir MJ.
Hello, Lea. It's nice to meet you, and thank you also for finding a way to join us, no, kahit nandiyan ka sa car mo. I know you're at work, and we appreciate your time. Okay, so let's start the ball rolling. Siguro magsimula tayo by tell us something about yourself. Go ahead, Lea. Anything.
Hello.
Yeah, Lea.
Hello, sir.
Lea. Narinig ba tayo ni Lea? Baka... Hello, Lea?
Hello, did I lose you or you lost me? Or are we both
Ewan
lost?
actually naririnig ko yung audio mo, Lea.
Okay, so did you ask me a question already?
Yeah, yeah, just tell us
Okay,
something about yourself.
okay,
Go ahead.
okay. Hi again, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lea Macapagal. I just turned 24 last March, and I'm currently working as one of the executives in a construction company. Kahit na, yan, beauty queen tayo, pero brusque pa din, hindi man empowerment. And I'm not an engineer nor an architect. I actually started as sales, and then I just got promoted as one of the executives. So, I'm running the operations, the marketing. I'm actually doing site visits. I don't know. I didn't study architecture or engineering. I'm actually studying business management, but I just got curious into this. And I'm I'm a very curious person, so I would love to take different careers. I would love to get to
Hmm.
know different things about this life. But I love architectures. Like I would love to see the Philippines to really improve their architecture, the buildings, just like our neighborhood in Asia. But I think we're on our way there.
All
Yep.
right.
And I'll be representing Nilupian Bataan. I was actually born in Olongapo City, but I was raised in Nilupian Bataan. Um, Actually, I visited Bataan yesterday to shoot my advocacy, which is the education, and I just got back actually earlier in this morning, went straight to work. But it's okay. I'm a very workaholic person, and I would love to make sure that my day would always be productive. Yeah. And I'm also a part-time commercial model, so I'm glad with my company right now because before I really entered this job, I told them I'm doing commercials, but they're okay with that. So sometimes I take absences, so it's okay with them as long as but everyone is proud and I'm happy with my company right now and they're very supportive.
All right, galing. Actually, Leia, just so you know, yung video mo nagfi-freeze but your audio is perfect. So we can perfectly
Okay.
hear you. Yung audio mo, yung video mo lang medyo nagsa-stop and go, stop and go. But that's fine. As long as we can hear you, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're representing Bataan.
Yes, yes.
And if there's one place in Bataan that you're so proud of, ano yung parang ibibida mo?
Actually, if it's whole Bataan, there's really a lot of beaches, beautiful sceneries. There's this Las Casas Filipinas de Acosar, the very historical places. If you would love to know about Bataan, you can go there. It's a preserved place. There's a day tour, and I'm near with Mount Samat because
Hmm.
yeah, you could actually see it glowing from Manila from Manila Bay. I think you could see the Mount Samatas because I'm one of those who installed the lights there because as I work in a construction company, I offered to really sponsored Bataan Mount Saman to lighten it up. And from the Lupihan, we're more on agricultural. We're known for palay, rice fields. So I actually had a talk with my mayor yesterday. So we're really improving the Filipino farmers and we're really preserving a lot of lots because some are like right now in the modern times we're turning different lots in our rice fields into subdivision. And I'm glad that our mayor is actually preserving all the lots. Up until now, there's a lot of rice fields. We have new technologies. We partnered up with this Israeli company to help us really grow our crops like rice fields,
Mhm.
chili, anything. And we're really helping all the Dinilupiheños to start agricultural because it's one of the best thing that we could offer.
Right.
Yep.
Alam mo, Leia, listening to you, parang there's so much on your plate, no? You're doing a lot of things. You're doing commercial model, you're doing this work on your construction firm, and then ikaw pa pala yung gumawa nung lightening of the Mount Samat in the cross, no? Parang nakakatuwa. There's so much on your
uh,
plate. I'm just
yeah,
curious, and you also said that you're very workaholic. How do you
yeah.
distress?
Um, To be honest, I'm already an orphan. My mom passed away from cancer like 2 years ago, and my dad left my mom when I was a baby. So I'm basically alone. I work here in Manila. I live with my one cat, and it's really hard to live alone, especially na nagkaroon tayo ng pandemic, and I'm alone. I don't know what to do. So I think one of the way to distress myself is really to work hard. I would always make sure that I'm busy, I'm doing something, even though on weekends, I think I go out, I pick up my books, I bring my cats, I walk him in the park, and I have this like tita session. I buy hot chocolate. It's yeah, while reading a book and walking with my cat. It's like one of my distress. But before pandemic, I love traveling. I love going to different places. Sometimes I love driving alone, going to the Tagaytay just to try their bulalo and their hot chocolate, more of that. I'm a very independent woman, but I love actually talking to people, making friends, conversations. But now that we cannot do that as for now, so I'm just really busy with my work and doing these tita moments every weekend.
I love it.
I call it tita moment.
May kapareha pala ako, Lea, na parang
Mm,
parang way of distressing ko rin yung work. Alam mo 'yon, parang
yeah,
when you're busy working, parang you don't feel pagod, you don't feel tired,
yeah,
'no? So,
yeah.
nakakatuwa. Alright, well, Lea, I'm so happy to meet you. Nakakatuwa yung mga yung attitude mo, you know, the fire in you. I'm really inspired as well. And mamaya I'll call you again para sa ating Q&A. All right?
Okay, sure, no problem. I'm just,
Thank you,
here in my car
Ria.
chilling. Thank you so much, Sir MJ. See you again.
See you later. Okay, so that's Lea Macapagal representing Dinalupihan Bataan. And wow, what a girl, 'di ba? Parang ang dami talagang na na-achieve at a very, very early age and, you know, juggling different things at the same time. So now it's time to meet another lady. This time, um, we're gonna call her, parang ano yata sila, seatmate eh, 1 and 2 eh. Parang ganun yata. Let's call in Ria. Hi, Ria.
Hi, Sir MJ. Thank you for
How are
having me.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking forward to this, so thank you.
Why? Why? Hindi ka ba kinakabahan?
Not really. Casual, just casual talking, right?
Right, right. Casual conversations lang, 'di ba? Parang
Exactly.
para masanay kayo, para mawala na yung nerves, 'di ba? Para
Exactly. Actually, it's a good training for us, especially that it's pandemic. We were isolated for a certain time of being. So going out and seeing the world, talking to people, it's quite challenging. But through
right.
this, interview, it's a big help.
Wow, I'm so happy na makakatulong tong ating conversation. Okay,
Definitely.
so we kick off by getting to know Ria. So go ahead, Ria, tell us something about yourself.
All right. So, hi everyone. Again, I am Ria Angelique Siozon. I'm 24 years old and I'm representing City of Meycauayan, province of Bulacan. Well, I worked as a flight attendant. I worked with two airlines. The first airline was with the national carrier, Philippine Airlines Express. And then after that, I went abroad and worked with my previous airline, which was the Air Arabia, an international Middle East airline. I worked there for 2 years, and actually, I just came back last January this year, and I thought of what's next for me while I was on a quarantine hotel, and I saw it on my feed that Miss World is happening, and I had like a moment of silence, and I told myself like maybe this is the right time to pursue this ultimate dream of mine because I started joining pageants when I was 6 years old. And then from there, I built that dream to become a beauty queen someday. Actually, it was my mom's dream because she wanted to join a beauty pageant before, but she had us at a young age. So she wasn't able to do that. And then when she saw potential in me, she felt like I can continue that dream of her. But eventually it became really mine, and I'm really happy to be part of Miss World Philippines 2021. But aside from that, I think I I like to. I'm both of a homebody person and a going out person. So if I'm at home, I just like to play with my dogs and talk to my friends online or just watch Netflix. But if I really have like a long days off, especially when I'm abroad, I like to go out and see my friends and see different places in the Middle East. So that's it. I think that's pretty much about it, Sir MJ.
Alright. Nakakainggit naman, nakapunta ka na ng Middle East. Isa yan sa mga areas in the world that I really want to explore, no? And
Yes, yes,
what a
yes.
how fortunate you are, no? Parang
Thank
yun yung work
you.
mo at the same time nakabisita ka doon. Okay, so you
Yes,
said you are representing May Kawayan, Bulacan, and you
yes,
are 24 years young. And okay, you also mentioned that na you were joining pageants since you were 6 years old.
yes, Sir MJ.
Share to us your first pageant experience.
Okay, well, I can vividly remember that first pageant I joined. Well, actually, the teacher just approached me and she told me like, "Can you tell your mom to go here tomorrow? Then let's have just meeting." It was what she said to me, and then I went home. I told my mom, "Mom, you know what? My teacher wanted to see you. She wanted to talk to you. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong." Maybe you just have to go and pick me up in school and talk to each other. And then when they talk, and then my teacher told to my mom that I they have chosen me to represent my section. I was like kinder 2 or grade 1 that
Okay.
time, to represent in a school pageant, and my mom was really happy. I didn't know what's pageant or anything. I just like
Right.
to play around. So when my mom told me that, and then she was like very excited. She told my dad as well. My dad was quite not really excited because my dad is a bit strict with us. He really wanted us to focus on studies. So I think that was my first. That was my first memory of my first pageant, and then one. I think it's a intramurals pageant, and I was grade 1, and then that it started from
Wow.
there. Yeah, I
So I can
represented. Yeah,
so Ria, I can imagine since you started early at a young age, ang dami
yes.
mo ng ilang pageants ka na all in all.
I think I cannot count anymore. Maybe more than 10. I believe more than 10.
Wow.
Yeah, because every year I'll be joining. It's either I'll join in a barangayan contest or I will represent my school, something like that.
Dun sa mga pageants na yon, Ria, ang dami mong napupulot na experience.
Sobra, sobra, Sir FJ. And may isa akong pageant doon na hindi lang ako maraming natutunan, kundi ang pinaka-prize ko is naging scholar ako for 1 year sa school namin because of that pageant. And through pageants, ang dami kong nakilala, ang dami kong na-meet na tao, naging kaibigan, ganun. So sobrang sobrang masarap na experience every time na nag-join ako ng pageant. But like on the other hand, when I'm experiencing, you know, losing moment, ganyan, pag hindi na nanalo, medyo masakit because personally, I'm quite competitive person, but not towards
Mhm,
the other person. I'm quite competitive
mhm.
with myself. I always like to show my best. I always like to win, of course. That's always been my goal. So sometimes if it's not my night, um, it takes time to really, come to my senses and really accept that okay, maybe
Right,
it's not really for me. But yeah,
right.
uh, all in all, it was always a great experience to join pageants.
Eh,
Yeah,
'di ba sabi nga nila Ria, the greatest swords are made from the strongest fires. So,
exactly.
you may experience a lot of losing along the way, but
Yes,
it makes you that strong person. And
exactly.
um, you may not get the things that you want, but you know, in the future, you'll realize that those experiences will make
Help.
you will
It will
help
help
you
me.
become a better
Sobra po,
person.
sobra, Sir MJ.
Grabe,
Especially now. Especially now
yeah.
nasa Miss World ako. So, it's a big pageant. Ito yung pinaka-big pageant ko. And I've been dreaming or even preparing myself to be part of this pageant since I was 6 years old. Ito na yung pangarap ko. So, overwhelming, but I'm trying my best na gawin ko yung kung anong dapat.
Oo, actually, you're very lucky, Ria, kasi parang no matter kung ano man yung magiging results, alam mo ikaw, you know how to handle yourself mentally, emotionally, eh, 'di
Yes.
ba? May balance ka na kaagad.
Yes, yes, Sir MJ. Actually, nung final screening, I just felt like it wasn't for me. Although I know that I did great on the interview, but maybe because it was like it lasts for a whole day before
Mhm.
we be able to know if pasok kami or hindi. So parang I was so tired, I was so
Right.
hungry. So I was silently talking to God and I was telling him, you know, Lord, I think I'm not fit. I'm doubting myself. Maybe it's not for me. You can give it to someone who's, you know, more deserving than me. It's all right for me. And then when they announced that they called my number, I was really shocked because I really prayed intently and like sincerely because I was really tired. But you know, at the end I realized that God wanted me to do this, to fight for my dreams and be part of this pageant. So
Right.
great.
And doubt no more because you are here and
Yes.
you're one of the finalists, one of the 45 finalists ng
Exactly.
Miss World Philippines. Congratulations, Ria. Thank you
Thank
for
you so much.
sharing so much about your experience, your pageant experience, how colorful it was. And later on, I'll call you again together with Leia para sa ating Q&A. All right?
Thank you, Sir MJ. See you
Thank you,
later.
Ria. Maraming salamat. There you have it. So we had Leia and Ria. Nakakatuwa, no? Kasi yung isa parang a lady in a man's world, yung architecture, no? Yung construction company. Tapos si ano naman, si Ria naman talagang enjoying the the world of beauty pageants since she was 6. So, wow, congratulations sa kanilang lahat. And now, okay, so after Leia and Ria, it's time to call another lady. She is candidate number 3 sa Miss World Philippines. Let's call in now Joy. Hi, Joy.
Hi.
There you go. Hi, Joy.
Hi, MJ.
Ayan, sabi ng mga
I thought I lost the
sabi
connection.
ng mga
I accidentally clicked the airplane mode.
like airplane mode bigla. Oo. Don't worry. You're back here with us and yung mga comment section natin, puro joy to the world, joy to the world. So they're very excited to hear
Oh,
more
thank
from you,
you.
Joy. I know, I know. So simulan
Yes,
na
I'm
natin,
very
Joy.
excited to
Let's
share things about me too.
go ahead. Tell us something about yourself.
Okay, so hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon for those of you joining us today. And of course, once and for all, my name is Joy Barcoma. I'm 22 years old, representing Mandaluyong City in Miss World Philippines 2021 pageant. So, if I should start, I am an advocate for change. I'm a service user for 3 years now, and I'm a person who is bent but not broken. No, I'm just kidding. It's Scoliosis Month. It's National Scoliosis Month, so I'm just using the term used for those who have scoliosis, bent but not broken. For the term service user, I was diagnosed as depressed and with anxiety for 3 years now, and the legal term for those who are availing psychiatric treatments are service user. So I've been working with the LGU of Mandaluyong for my advocacy, and I've been working as an executive assistant in the government for a politician. And also, I think the most interesting thing that I can share with everyone is that, like most of the Filipinos we know, I'm a breadwinner. So I
Mm.
used to provide for my family up until now. I sent myself to school, and thankfully I graduated on time. And while studying, I used to work as a model. I was a brand ambassador for different brands and clients. I also worked as an executive assistant when I was in third year college for a marketing firm, and an executive assistant for a financial firm when I was in fourth year college. And when I graduated, I worked as a full-time model, and then pandemic came, and thankfully I was hired to be an executive assistant and a public servant.
Wow, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
thank you.
That's a lot,
Thank
Joy.
you.
Grabe. Parang very MMK yung storya mo, ah.
Yes, actually, it is like if I will have an avenue to tell my full story from the day I was born up until now, I think it really pass a great story for MMK. I just have
have to think of a nice title na lang. Para hulaan ng mga viewers.
Oo, para mahulaan ng viewers. Pero kasi na-mention mo, Joy, no, na parang you're a breadwinner and para masuportahan yung studies, you've been working also, no, at the same time. What was your
Yes.
greatest motivation para
Yes.
pagsabayin yon?
I think the greatest motivation for that would be my goal or my dream of having a stable future, not just for myself, but also for my family, of giving them a good life that I deserve and we deserve as a whole. Because as I've said, if I'm gonna write my story and send it to MMK, it's really, really gonna, I think, cater a lot of positive reactions because they're gonna say that as a Filipino, I can relate to you being a panganay, owning the responsibility of being the head of the family and providing for them. Then I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to. So I think my greatest motivation for that is standing up from that situation and rising up, above that. I think I can say not so motivational situation or instance for me, but I think it molded me as a person that I am today. So I'm very, very happy that I was able to experience that and live through that.
Alam mo, Joy, dun pa nga lang, ano ka na, corona na yun. Corona na kaagad yun. Kasi that's already a great achievement. Juggling two things at the same time, being a breadwinner, di ba?
Yes, yes. I consider that as a success already. Yes. And actually, if I may share lang, it's really really hard, studying and working at the same time. Like having a morning to evening schedule at school, and then working from evening to morning naman, just to continue sending myself to school and also providing for my family at the same time. And I was thinking I cannot be exhausted, not this time, not this early, because I'm still, few steps na lang away from my goal of graduating. And from there, I can start a new life. I can establish an image. I can take a space in the society wherein I can leave a legacy of inspiring people to stand up from whatever situation that they're put in.
Grabe. I'm so overwhelmed, Joy. Grabe, hindi ko kaya yung um
Oh, thank you.
parang 'di ba parang not everyone is built for that kind of challenge in life that early. Pero
Mhm.
ikaw, you've proven na
Yes.
'di ba, as long as your eyes are on the prize, you're focused and you're motivated, 'di ba?
Yes.
Maaabot mo talaga yung pangarap mo and here you
I
are.
don't want to falter.
I know, I know, I know. Ang galing, Joy.
Yes,
Grabe. Pero
thank
eto,
you. And to add to that overwhelming feeling, MJ, oh,
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Joy.
if I may just add, I started working at the age of 15 years old. So I did some things that I'm not proud of as a kid. Like, just to be able to survive and get a job, I have to, like, fake my IDs just to change my birth date and be on a legal age. Because I cannot get work at the age of 15. But I was thinking that you have to do this. You have to do this for your future, even if it's not right. That's why I'm telling you that there are stories that I'm not proud of, but I can share, contribute, that I can say that contributed so much to me becoming who I am today. And a
Okay.
proud moment for me to be able to be here, being interviewed for the sake of my success and progress as a person.
All right. Thank you, Joy. Joy, medyo nag-fluctuate lang your signal, but we heard you. We heard your story. So thank you so much for joining
Oh, thank you.
our conversation. Tatawagin kita ulit mamaya para sa ating Q&A.
Thank you also.
Maybe medyo hanap ka ng konting
Sure. Thank you so
hanap ka ng
much.
spot na medyo okay yung signal para hindi ka maputol mamaya, ha?
Oh, sure. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Joy. I'll call you again in a while. All right, so three down, two more to go. We're done with Lea, Joy, and Ria. It's time to call our fourth girl. Let's call in Janelle. Hi, Janelle.
Hi, Sir MJ. Thank you for having me today.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. And actually, it's a gloomy day today. It's bad weather, so
I know. And we're trying to put sunshine in the middle of this gloomy weather with this
yes.
interview with the girls. So, Janelle, let's start with you, and let's start with telling us something about yourself. Go ahead,
Okay,
Janelle.
sure. Good evening, Sir MJ. Good afternoon to the people watching in the Philippines. I am Janelle Fabregas Lewis, 19 years old, half Filipino, half British, born and raised in the Philippines, specifically in Angeles City, Pampanga, which will be the city I will be representing for Miss World Philippines 2020-2021. So this is going to be my first ever national pageant. It's very nerve-wracking but exciting at the same time. I am gonna enjoy the journey and just make memories out of it. I'm a very sporty person. I love to play football, basketball, and volleyball on my free time. I also play a few instruments. I play the guitar, the ukulele, and the piano. I do that every now and then when I have the time to, or when I'm just really tired and I just want to calm my nerves down. I play the instrument. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, nagsusulat ako. I'm just jotting down all the things that you were saying. Eh. Janelle, siguro my first question is, how are you related to the Fabregas?
I don't think I'm related to them
Okay.
because
Okay.
my grandparents didn't tell me anything, or maybe we are. I'm not so sure, but I don't know. They haven't told me anything, so
I
I
know,
might
kasi you
ask.
mentioned,
I'll ask later.
yeah, please. Kasi parang kamukha mo rin eh. Parang may resemblance eh, no?
Really?
So, I know.
Maybe
Parang,
super far, far away na.
we don't know. Di
We
natin
don't know.
alam. Okay. So, you mentioned that this is your first national pageant.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
you are going against etong mga katulad ni si Ria, so much
Mm-hmm.
experience.
Yes.
Iba din, ang dami na ring experience. So how are you preparing yourself in this competition, knowing that it's your first time?
To be honest, the main thing I'm really preparing about is mentally. We faced the pandemic and it ruined us mentally so much. So I feel like the main thing that I have to prepare myself is mentally. And I feel like if I believe in myself and I know that I am capable of doing things and putting myself out there, I feel like it is something I can showcase and I can put on their plates that even though this is my first national pageant, I have so much to offer.
Right, right. And
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned kanina, you play the guitar and ukulele when you want to
Yes.
calm down your nerves. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, nung audition process ba, nung screening, dala mo yung ukulele mo para medyo makalma
No,
ka?
I didn't get to. No, I didn't take it with me.
So parang, so how do you calm down your nerves pag wala yung mga comfort items mo next to you?
There are other things like I pray. Praying helps a lot. So I'm really
Okay.
close to God, and I feel like my life is in His hands. So when I'm very nervous, I just leave it all up to Him. Like guide me. If this is for me, then this is for me. If this is not, then there's always a next time for everything.
That's right. That's right. Kumbaga
Mm-hmm.
parang if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, then you
Yeah.
move on to the next, no, 'di ba? Pero what I like about you is kasi you said that you are a sporty kind of person. You play
Mm-hmm.
volleyball, football, and basketball, and there's so much
Yes.
discipline in those sports.
Yeah.
You think it's kind of beneficial on your part na dala mo yung discipline na yon coming into the pageant?
Yes, it has. Because high school, I play football. And whenever you have a game and they have a set time of what time your game is going to be, you have to be there 30, 15 minutes before because you have to ready yourself. You have to start, like the practices and everything with all your teammates. So it has helped me to become disciplined when it comes to time, especially with Miss World. When they give a time, you have to be there before that, not after that. So it has given me so much discipline.
Right, grabe din sa pageant ang kasi ang ano,
Mm-hmm.
disiplina, 'di ba, no?
Yeah.
But, I'm curious, who are your, inspirations and your idols sa football, sa basketball, saka sa volleyball?
Football, I used to love Messi so much.
Okay.
The last time I played football was I think a few years ago because when I transferred schools, the school didn't offer football. So I moved to basketball and volleyball. And then for basketball, Steph Curry, of course, the 3 points. For volleyball, not so really. Volleyball is just like a sport I play, like with my cousins and all that, just for free time and to just enjoy every moment I have with them.
Right. Paano 'yan, wala ng Golden State?
Wala na. No, not for
Wala na.
summer. Wala na.
Edi wala na. Okay. During okay, if you're not playing sports and if you're not doing some musical instrument, what do you do on your spare time?
TikTok. I feel
Oh
like
my
people know
god.
that already. Yeah, people. I think people know that already. I do TikTok. It's like another platform where you're able to educate and to let people know about certain situations. But also, it helps me enhance my skills in dancing, singing, and acting, and just it helps me also communicate with people. Since the pandemic, we weren't able to really be with people physically, but then we were with them in social media. So I gained new friends through that as well.
Wow. Ilan ang followers mo sa TikTok? Marami na?
570,000 something.
Wow. Half a million. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Well, good
I'm
job,
really
Janelle, on that.
thankful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. I think social media will play an important role, especially in your journey
Yeah.
as Miss World Philippines. So that's good to hear. Well, wow, ang dami kong nalaman tungkol kay Janelle in
Thank
just a,
you.
in just a short period of time. And later on, Janelle, I'll call you again para sa ating Q&A. Okay, so
Okay,
I hope
thank you
you're
so
ready for
much.
that. Thank you, Janelle. Maraming salamat kay Janelle. So we're done with Leia, Ria, Joy, and Janelle. It's time to call our fifth girl. Syempre, last but definitely not the least, let's call in Pauline Robles. Hi, Pauline.
Hi, Sir MJ. Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me today. Hello.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy nakapagbihis ka na.
Yeah, finally. Medyo sabog ako, sorry.
No, kasi kanina, to those watching, ang saya-saya namin sa backstage kanina. We were just,
Yeah.
chatting. Tapos nung sinabi ko, okay, we'll start in 2 minutes. Oh my God, magbibihis pa si Pauline. So,
I'm so sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. I'm so happy that, is that orange or red?
It's red.
It's red,
Red
fiery
blood.
red. Yeah, fiery red
Yeah.
suit for Pauline. Okay, Pauline, simulan na natin. We would love to know more about you. So go ahead and tell us something about yourself.
Okay, so hello everyone. I am Pauline Robles, 23 years old from San Pablo City, Laguna, which is the city I'll be representing in Miss World Philippines. So I'm a registered medical technologist since 2018 and an incoming third year medical student in University of Santo Tomas Faculty of Medicine and Surgery. I'm also a retired competitive swimmer since I've been competing swimming since I was 9 years old, but actually I started swimming when I was 6 years old. So I was actually part of University UST Tiger Sharks. I don't really compete in UAPNA anymore because I've focused more on my pre-med, which is medical technology in UST. And of course, I'm also a scholar during high school and college. Yeah. Hello.
Wow! Grabe, Pauline. Scholar na, athlete pa.
Maraming time.
Maraming time. Pero una, let's talk about swimming. No, you started
Okay.
swimming since you were 6 years old, and you
Yeah.
started competing when you were 9. How
9.
how challenging, how difficult was that for? Kasi 'di ba, minsan yung mga bata, ang gusto lang nila
Mm.
maglaro sa labas kasama yung mga kaibigan nila, mga classmate nila. Pero
Mm.
ikaw, how challenging was the training to become a swimmer?
Well, I didn't really find it as challenging kasi I'm really a hydrophilic person. I like water is my friend, my first love. So every time I see water, it really calms me down. It relaxes me. So it didn't really challenge me not until high school when I joined regional competitions in swimming. So I really had to balance my time. So like I had 5 a.m. trainings, 5 to 6:30 a.m. trainings, and then I have to go to school by before 7:30, and then 7:30 until 4:30 classes. And then after that 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. we have to attend trainings again. So it's a continuous repetitive cycle that of trainings during high school. And then after that I told my mom I have to lay low na in college kasi I can't really deal with this anymore.
Mhm.
It's too hectic and hassle. But I'm really thankful that I have this kind of sports because it really molded me as to be more disciplined and to be this person that I am right now. Yeah.
Yun nga yung sabihin ko, Pauline, no? Gaya nung sinabi ko rin kay Janelle kanina, iba din talaga yung disiplinang
Mm-mm.
nabibigay ng sports. So, I can imagine ikaw strict ka like diet-wise, fitness-wise.
Yeah, like actually medyo masaya nga ang swimming kasi we have to do like high carb diet. So in order for us to burn those energy in our
Right.
body, so we have to like for about few weeks, and then a week before our competition we have to diet na like no meat, no heavy meat like red meat at all. Like we only need to eat chicken or fish, and then high carbs like we eat rice, a lot of rice and pasta. So which is a good deal, which is good for me. Yeah,
I know, ang swerte mo, 'di ba? Parang kahit ano pwede mong kainin,
yeah,
'di
yeah.
ba?
Ito nga po.
Okay, going to your course, you're now a third year medical student and
Yeah.
actually ang naisip ko Pauline, alam mo dati kasi pag 'di ba parang may impression dati na anong course ang kunin mo? No, I want to be a nurse, I want to be
Mm.
ganito, parang anything that has to do with the medical field aside from a doctor. Parang sinasabi nila, yan na naman, parang ganyan. But now, after the pandemic, no, would you agree na-realize natin the importance of this field?
Yeah, I know. Sobrang nakakaloka actually kasi I mean, since I was a child naman, it's been my childhood dream to become a doctor. So, of course, we didn't expect that we'll have a pandemic last year,
Right.
'di ba? So, nobody wanted to have a pandemic, 'di ba? It's really challenging to have what we are experiencing right now. Pero what I can say lang regarding this is yun nga for me, it's really a passion of mine to become a doctor. I think I was really born for this. It's
Right.
like healing is my passion. It's my purpose in life.
Mhm.
So at the same time, being a doctor kasi it's not only being a healer it's also being an educator when it comes to your patients. You have to be an advocate for your patients as well. So
Mhm.
when it comes to me as a doctor, if ever I become a doctor, it's really important for the patients to understand what disease that they have and what they can do in order to control it or to prevent it or to maintain that certain therapeutic or whatsoever drug regimen that they will do, diba? So yeah, that's it.
Ano ka rin
Yeah.
when you're a doctor, you're not just a healer, but you're also a
Yeah.
counselor. Kasi you have
Yes,
to
exactly.
prepare their mindset that what they're
Mm-mm.
going through,
You have
no?
to be a good communicator as well. Yeah.
Right, right.
Mm-mm.
And it won't hurt if the doctor is beautiful.
Ah, that's true.
'Di ba? Pag maganda o pag pogi yung doktor, parang, "Dok, ano pong, gamot sa aking karamdaman?" 'Di ba? Parang,
Opo.
parang penging love pill o kaya yakapsul.
Yeah, capsule. Kispirin.
Kispirin, Kispirin.
Yeah.
I love it. Alright, so, you're representing San Pablo,
Yes. City of
'di
Seven
ba?
Lakes like Ate Joanne Flores. Yeah. We're
Yes,
the
oo nga.
same. Yeah.
I
Oh.
know, pareho kayo ni Joanne. Nakapunta na ako diyan sa San Pablo. So, yeah, it's, marami kayong parang ano diyan, parang kasi nga maraming lakes, so maraming parang mga fish ponds or something,
Yes,
'di ba?
tilapia and everything.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think aside from being the city of Seven Lakes, I think we're also the city of tilapia. Joke. City of tilapia.
Why not? Masarap ang tilapia, lalo na
That's
kung,
true. Fresh tilapia for
pritong-prito,
everyone.
oo,
Yeah.
pritong-prito. Alright, thank you, Pauline. Maraming salamat for,
Thank you so much,
sharing
Sir
those
MJ.
wonderful, things about you. It's time to call in the girls again. Tawagin na natin ulit sila. Let's call in back, Lea. Let's call in back, Ria,
Hello.
Joy, and Janelle. Alright, so they're back.
Hi.
Hi, girls. Alright, so I'm so happy.
Hello.
Ang dami kong natutunan tungkol sa inyo. Ang dami ko, ayan, no? Punong-puno ang aking paper ng mga
Wow.
Ang
things.
ganda.
I know.
Buta.
The mga things about you. It's time for the second round or the second part of our conversation, which is the Q&A. And like I said, random ang topics natin for tonight. So anything under the sun, ang aking tatanungin. And again, one question each girl. There's no time limit. And we'll do the same order as kanina. So we will start with Leia. Leia, are you ready?
Yes, I'm more than ready.
Okay.
Okay.
So my question for you, Leia, is what makes a great leader?
I think what makes a great leader is not just about the position. Working as one of the executives at a very young age, like I'm only 24 years old and I'm like holding a whole company. I think for you to be a leader, you have to be mentally strong because there will be times that you have to make decision making even in the most critical way. Um, you cannot be too sensitive and you have to have this whole heart. You have to balance everything. You cannot just make your workplace just be miserable and messy or you cannot be just mad every day. I think that it's more on the relationship. You have to be more as a leader in a company. I'm more on really inspiring and motivating the people around me. I'm really doing my best to bring out the best in them. And I think a leader is something not just about the position. Okay, I'm a leader, I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna tell everyone to do their thing and that. I think being the
Mhm.
best leader is really pushing everyone to be the best version of yourself and everybody will rise up and we're gonna we're gonna pull each other up and not pull everyone down because we have this kind of mentality as a Filipino and I want this to erase and I would like to inspire everyone, even the young generation right now and all the people that are watching. If you're gonna be a leader, we're all born to be a leader. If you're gonna be a leader, be that kind of leader that will inspire everyone, that will bring out the best in them, that will make them uh go to their work every day or in anything or any fields that they're going to come in with full of love and conviction. I love working. This is it. And I think that's what the world needs right now. We need to inspire everyone, motivate everyone to be the best version of yourself. Stop this negativity, even though it's hard because we're experiencing in pandemic. And it just feels so good to go into the shop or go to like things that you love with happiness and there's peace and calm. And just when you love what you're doing, it's like you're not working. It's just naturally being you and little you know that you're improving yourself at the same time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Leia. Maraming salamat. I like the points that you raised, mentally strong, an inspiring leader, and would
Yes.
motivate everybody to be the best version of themselves. Great points, Leia. Maraming
Thank you, thank
salamat.
you, thank you.
All right. So now we go to Ria. Ria, it's your turn. All right. Ria, your question is, how can you convince the young girls of today that beauty pageants are still relevant and still worth a try?
Okay. Well, as a woman who have been joining pageants since I was 6 years old, I have experienced both winning and losing, but still, I am continuing inspiring myself and inspiring other girls to, to be their best and to still try, even if they think that they're not. They're not worth a crown, or they're experiencing some doubt in themselves. So, if I were to convince a young girls at this of today to join beauty pageant, and the beauty pageant are still relevant. It's at this time of pandemic. Look at us. I want that young girl to look at me, to look at the Miss World Philippines 2021 candidates. We've been through ups and downs in our lives. Prior to this Miss World, we've been experiencing tough times and unimaginable situations, but still we decided to join Miss World, to join pageant, because we know that we can still offer something. We can still give ourselves to our advocacy or to anything that is close to our hearts. Like me, I'm close. My advocacy is for women and children. So I feel like by being an inspiration, by giving them motivation, and by sharing them my experience, my story, that despite of all the struggles and the hardships that I've encountered in my life, I'm still here pursuing my dream, and I'm moving forward despite of this pandemic. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ria. Great answer, di ba? Na parang just look at we are the best example. We are the best testament or the living testament
Yes.
that pageants can be a source of inspiration to young girls of today. Galing. Thank you, Ria. Maraming
Thank
salamat.
you.
Natuwa naman ako kasi yung mga question ko parang fit na fit, tailor fit, no? Parang nag-tailor fit kay Lea, nag-tailor fit kay
Kay
Ria. Let's
Lea.
see kung magte-tailor fit ito kay Joy. Si Joy
I
ang
hope
next natin.
also.
Feeling ko tailor fit to kay Joy. Madali lang yung question, Joy. The
Oh,
question
good
is,
Lord. Sure.
what would make you quit?
The thing that can make me quit is when something does not really make a positive change. I think that's the only thing that can make me quit. If something that I'm doing is not serving people the purpose that I'm trying to on put out to the world, then I think that's a perfect reason for me to quit and start another journey that will make a world a better place to live in, and of course make a positive change not just in my life but in everywhere, but in everyone that I get to touch life with.
Galing! I love it.
Mhm.
Actually, what I appreciate about your answer, Joy, is that you answered the question. Kasi I was worried na baka if I ask this question, what would make you quit? Some people would say, well, I'm the type of person that doesn't quit. 'Di ba? Kasi pwedeng ganoon niya, eh, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But judges,
Yes,
judges,
yes, yes.
judges will say na you didn't answer the question.
Mhm.
Mhm.
'Di ba? Parang I know
Yes.
quitters never win and winners never quit. But the question was, what would make you quit? So you have
Yes.
to answer the question, and you did. And I love your answer.
Thank you. Thank you
Oh,
so
I
much.
love the
Because I
answer.
think I always instill in myself when answering a question that there is no wrong question.
That's right.
So
There's
you have to answer that based on what you believe in and based on what you have instilled in yourself and what you value as a person. So thank you so
Oo.
much for noticing that. I'm so happy.
Yeah, ganun talaga dapat. So it's a learning nugget for you girls na if somebody asks you a question, you have to answer it. Hindi mo siya pwedeng paikutan. Kasi maiisip agad nung nagtanong na she didn't answer my question. So, but good
Thank
job on
you.
that, Joy. I love your
yes.
answer. If it doesn't give you positive
Thank
change
you.
anymore, then it's not worth it anymore. So it's time to quit. Good job.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
Joy.
you.
Maraming salamat.
Thank
All
you.
right, so it's Janelle's turn. Uy, nag-tailor fit Janelle sa kanilang tatlo ha. Kay Lea, kay Joy, kay
Sana
Ria.
sa akin din.
Let's see kung magti-tailor fit sa'yo itong next question na to. But since you have mixed race, baka makatulong to, no? Tingnan natin, no? Your question is, name one of the world's biggest problem and why do you think this is a problem that needs to be acted upon as soon as possible?
I think this is very common. Everybody knows this, and it has something to do with racism. And I am really against this because I see that these people are suffering and that, like these Asians specifically are getting spitted on, they are being killed, they are suffering for something that they have nothing to do with. And I feel like we have to act to this problem as soon as possible because we all have to remember that we're all humans, no matter what our race, our religion, or where we're from. We are all still the same. We have emotions, we have feelings, and I feel like we all have to respect one another for the world to become a better place.
It doesn't feel like you're a first timer. Ang
Thank you. That
galing.
means a lot. That
Ang
means a lot.
galing. Nasagot mo siya, head on. You didn't you knew what your answer was all about. Parang kasi sometimes when you're asked, kasi this question is kind of tricky kasi parang it's a question that has so many answers. You have COVID, you have war, you have hunger, you have racism, you have vaccine problems. So it's a question that has lots of answers. It's a matter of picking the right one that you are familiar with. So ang galing nung ginawa mo, Janelle, na parang kinuha mo
Thank
yung
you.
answer that you can actually talk about. And ang galing. I love it. And bigla mo nirelate sa Asian because, it's us. And
Yes.
it became very actually maganda dyan, Janelle, if I were you next time. This is kind of coaching na rin, no? Make it personal. Like I have a friend or I saw in a post, I saw this, make it personal that it touched you first. That's why you think it's a part of you already. But good job, Janelle. It didn't feel like
Thank you
you are a
so
first
much.
timer. Ang galing talaga. All right, so
Thank
far,
you.
ang galing ng mga sagot. Pauline, you're up next. Your question, are you ready? Kayang-kaya to ni Pauline. Kayang-kaya to ni Pauline. Maganda to. All right. Pauline, your question is, if you were to put three tangible items in a time capsule today to be opened 50 years from now, what would these three things be and why?
Well, if there's three things that I would put in a time capsule today, it would be a picture of my family, um, a pager, pager random, and of course, I think it would be a letter from myself 50 years from now. I think I've always been this kind of person who is really family oriented. Like I value my family so much, and of course, the pager would be. I've always been passionate when it comes to medicine, and I think having a pager in a time capsule 50 years from now is something sentimental, and it brings a lot of memories, and it really just warms my heart. And of course, for the last item, that would be the letter for myself. I think today, present time, I have a few problems, and I think 50 years from now, I would reflect myself that, and I would be grateful for all the experiences that I have because this kind of experiences wouldn't mold me as the person who I am today. And I am really grateful with all that is happening in my life right now. I know it is difficult for me to understand why, but I know 50 years from now I would just be thankful and blessed.
Galing! I love, Pauline, that it was very, very personal. At
Thank
first when you
you.
at first when you said family photo, so I understood it's very personal. And then when you said pager, I was like, anong pager kaya yon? Eh wala nang pager ngayon ah. I said,
Very Grey's Anatomy.
I know. Bigla akong na-realize, oh, Pauline pala practices medicine. So,
Yeah.
di ba yung mga doctors, they have pagers. And that's actually, parang a technological time capsule na kapag
I
50 years
know.
from now, makita nila, oh, gumagamit pala yung mga doktor noong 2020 ng pager.
I
Pero,
know.
di ba? Pero nung pagdating ng 2070, kamay na lang nila tinitignan nilang ganyan, no? Wala nang ano.
Or touchscreen holographic,
Oh,
no?
'di ba? Hologram na lang, But
Yeah.
the best thing about your answer was it was very, very personal. It was
Thank
very, very
you.
personal, and it's somewhat akala ko nga iiyak na si Pauline is you were getting very, very emotional
Yeah.
already. But
From
but
the
I like
heart.
how personal it was for you, your answer, and it gave us a little bit of an arc on how your life was, and how would you like to see it 50 years from now. Girls, ang galing! We're done! Oh my
Oh,
God!
nandito na
Yay!
po kami.
Thank you!
Wow.
I'm so happy. And look at the time. Look at the time. Exactong 1 hour.
Exactly an hour.
So, I am so
Just on
happy.
time.
I know, ang
Yeah.
galing. The good thing about today is that we knew about you. We
Yep.
learned more about who you are, what you are capable of, and what's in store for you. And at the same time, ang galing niyong sumagot. I am so impressed. Akala ko nga merong mag-aano
Thank you.
merong mara-rattle dun sa mga questions
Coronation night na.
I know, I know. But I think these questions are very normal questions that you might encounter in a pageant. So I hope makatulong siya. And
Yeah,
like
thank you
what
so
I've
much,
been
Sean.
telling, I know, like what I've been telling the other girls, if you need help for Q&A drills,
I know.
DM nyo lang ako. DM nyo lang. Kayang-kaya natin yan. We'll
Oh, that
do
too.
we'll do Q&A drills. But before we say goodbye, I'll give you this moment to thank your supporters and invite them to continue supporting you in your journey. So let's start with Lea. Lea, go ahead. Your message to your supporters.
And hi again. My name is Lea Macapagal. Thank you so much for consistently supporting me, not just me, but also the Miss World Philippines organization. I know it's hard, but me and Miss World Philippines will give you the best pageant, even though we're not going to be on virtual as much as possible. If the ITF would agree with us, we would love to be on live on our coronation night. And I think all of the girls are beautiful and they have so much things to offer. And we're just excited to show to everyone. So just keep on supporting everyone, not just me, but also my co-candidates, and this pageant would not would be hard, so we're also be needing emotional and mental support. Just we're reading all your messages. Just continue messaging us, every each one of us, also the Miss World organization. And I hope that this pageant will give us some give you everyone some positivity despite of the pandemic. And we're here to entertain you and inspire you, and just keep on supporting Miss World Philippines. Thank you so much, Sir MJ.
Thank you, Leia. Maraming salamat. Ria, your message to your supporters, please.
All right. So, hello everyone. Thank you for supporting me, to my family and to my friends and to all the Bulakeños and Bulakeñas. I hope you guys to continue support me and all the candidates as well. And please watch us on July 25. I think the location, the venue will be announced soon. So we'll keep you guys posted. You can follow me on Instagram to keep you guys updated on my happening and on my journey in this world. _ Queen Ria. See you there.
Thank you, Ria. Let's call it now. Joy, your message to your fans and supporters.
So, hi everyone. Thank you so much for watching us today, and thank you so much for supporting us in our journey and making a difference in this world. So, the thing that I would say for everyone to always bring joy to the world, and do not forget to always do what makes you happy and continue making positive changes. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. Maraming salamat. Janelle, it's your turn.
Thank you.
So I just want to thank everyone for staying tuned today. Thank you so much for being there for each and every one of us. And please continue to support Miss World and our journey, each and every individual. We are all unique women, and I feel like we all have something to bring to the table. So please support us, and thank you so much for being there through this whole journey. See you guys on July 25. The venue will be announced really soon.
Thank you, Janelle. And finally, our swimmer, Pauline.
So I just want to say thank you, of course, to God first, my family, my friends, to my team, Miss World Philippines organization, and of course, Sir MJ Felipe for this opportunity, amazing opportunity. And of course, please everyone support me by following my page on Facebook, which is Marie Pauline S. Robles, and on Instagram at Robles Pauline. And yeah, I just need prayers from you guys. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Yeah.
Prayers do help. Prayers
Thank
are a lot of help.
you.
Kailangan nila
Yeah.
yan. Again, Leia, Ria, Joy, Janelle, and Pauline, maraming salamat for joining me this afternoon. Tomorrow,
Thank you.
makakasama natin tomorrow sina Shyla, Donna, Ambriel, Michelle, and Megan Dean. Sila naman ang sasalang dito sa ating conversations with the Miss World Philippines candidates. Enjoy the rest of the day and your
Thank
afternoon,
you.
and all the
Thank
best to
you.
everybody.
Thank
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.